Winter, 1941. In the freezing streets of Leningrad, a young girl clutches a small piece of bread in her hands. It is all she has left. Not for the day, not for the week, but for survival. Around her, the city is silent. Shops are empty, homes are freezing, and the only sound breaking the stillness is the distant echo of artillery. There is no food coming in, no way out, and no end in sight. For the next 900 days, this city would be surrounded, cut off from the world, and slowly starved to death. Over 1 million people would die, and yet the city refused to surrender. This is the story of the Siege of Leningrad, one of the darkest and most brutal chapters in human history. In 1941, Nazi Germany launched a massive invasion of the Soviet Union. Their goal was simple: destroy the Soviet state and capture key cities. One of those cities was Leningrad, a symbol of Soviet pride, industry, and culture. But instead of storming the city directly, German forces chose a different strategy. They would surround it, cut it off, and let starvation do the work. By September 1941, the trap was complete. German and Finnish forces had encircled the city. All major roads and railways were cut. Leningrad was isolated. Inside the city were over 3 million people, civilians, families, children, all trapped. At first, many believed the siege would not last long, but weeks passed, then months. Food supplies began to run out. Rations were introduced. At their worst, civilians received just 125 grams of bread per day. That's less than a few slices. And even that bread was not pure. It was mixed with sawdust and other fillers to make it last longer. People grew weaker with each passing day. Hunger became constant. Then winter arrived. Temperatures dropped far below freezing. There was no heating, no electricity, no running water. People burned furniture, books, anything they could find just to stay warm. But for many, it wasn't enough. They froze to death inside their own homes. As starvation worsened, people became desperate. Pets disappeared from the streets. Dogs, cats, birds, anything that could be eaten was eaten. People began boiling leather, belts, shoes, bags, anything that might contain nutrients. Glue was scraped from walls. Wallpaper paste was consumed. There were even reports of people eating engine oil mixed with food. The human body can only endure so much. Every day, thousands died. Bodies lay in the streets, covered in snow. Too many to bury, too weak to move. Families lost parents, parents lost children, entire households disappeared. And yet, the city refused to surrender. Despite the siege, there was one fragile lifeline: Lake Ladoga. In the winter, the lake froze over. Soviet forces created a dangerous supply route across the ice. It became known as the Road of Life. Trucks drove across the frozen lake, carrying food into the city and evacuating civilians out. But the journey was deadly. German aircraft bombed the route. Ice cracked beneath the weight of vehicles. Some trucks fell through and disappeared into the freezing water below. Drivers risked their lives with every trip. But without this route, the city would have fallen. It was the only reason Leningrad survived. Even in the middle of starvation and death, life continued. Factories kept producing weapons, soldiers defended the city, and somehow culture survived. In 1942, something incredible happened. A symphony was performed in the city. Despite hunger, despite war,
Despite everything, musicians who were barely alive came together to play. Some had to be carried in, others collapsed during rehearsals, but the music played. It was broadcast across the city and even toward enemy lines. A message: Leningrad was still alive. The siege lasted for nearly 900 days. Finally, in January 1944, Soviet forces broke through the encirclement. The siege was over. But the cost was unimaginable. Over 1 million civilians had died, most from starvation. The city was devastated, but it had survived. For 900 days, Leningrad endured hunger, cold, and constant death. It was not just a battle for land, it was a battle for survival. And against all odds, the city refused to fall.
Like and subscribe now to Anything History if you enjoy clear and engaging history, because history isn't just about the past, it's about understanding how we got here.